Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good tomorrow, or whatever time it is where you are right now. My name is J.P. Smith, John Pershing Smith, and I'll be your host today. Our story today is called Constancy of Purpose, or COP. Several years ago, I was on my way to Washington, D.C. on a business trip when the captain informed the passengers that we were going to encounter some turbulence in the next 30 minutes of the flight. Well, the seatbelt sign was turned on. The captain told us he would search for more stable conditions at a higher altitude. 10 minutes after his announcement, the pilot apologized again and asked all the flight attendants to take their seats. He was now anticipating severe turbulence, and once again, he would be trying another altitude. You've probably been in flights where pilots fly above or around storms. The pilot will continue to take the plane towards the intended destination, but will seek a smoother course. He has what we call a COP on. It'll course correct and continue on to our intended destination. Some years ago, in the early 1990s, on another trip, I had just completed a seminar in Newark, New Jersey, and we had our company plane parked at Teterboro Airport. We had a horrible storm moving in, and it had just started to pour down rain, and I asked the pilot, Colonel Don, if we needed to wait until the next day to fly back to Jacksonville, Florida. He said, no, this thing has a ceiling at about 8,000 feet, and I pour the cold to her, and we'll be above it in a very few minutes. Well, I believe in letting professionals do what professionals do, but I have to admit, as we were climbing, I was praying that he was right, because it was seriously bad. But true to his word, we came out into the sunshine, and he set the compass to Jacksonville. Again, that constancy of purpose, that COP. We were in the clear all the way home now. Folks, we need to apply this lesson to our own careers and lives. Without a clear and explicit articulation of our desired destination, the turbulence of the moment could end up taking our flight somewhere else. The late W. Edwards Deming, world-renowned quality expert, admonished us to create constancy of purpose as part of any individual or organizational pursuit of continual improvement. This concept of COP is often neglected, yet it's foundational to career progression. What do you want your future to look like? Where do you want to go? What is your picture of success? We absolutely must know where we are going, have a singular purpose in our destination. Articulating our aim is critical because it gives us a sense of direction and it helps us guide our decisions in turbulent times. Here's a quote for you. We can't program our GPS to a destination that does not exist. And you cannot reach a goal that doesn't exist. You must have CCMP. This is another one. A clear, concise mental picture. CCMP. A clear, concise mental picture of where you want to go and what you want to accomplish. Write your goals down, and your answers should contain sufficient detail and a clear direction of what you want to become and what you want to pursue. This will help you to refine your flight plan and will guide you in reaffirming your goals. Constancy of purpose, CCOP, allows us to stay true to our calling and helps us to rise above the challenges of the moment. Quote, rise above the challenge and seek new heights. Go over, under, around, or through the obstacles. End quote. If you're going to win, you have to start doing winning things, which may mean that you're going to have to change some things you are doing. The only way things are going to change for you is when you change. A lot of people think working hard is the key to success, and it is, but it's only one piece of the success puzzle. For you to get a better job with more money and more opportunity, you got to increase your skill set, which requires that you change your thoughts, change your actions, and change what you do every day. You have to change your habits. You have to change course. Long-term goals are really a bunch of short-term goals that are designed to help you reach your long-term goals. I'm a proponent of taking small bites out of the elephant, and there are many steps available to accomplish your goals by using the following. First, identify the overall goal. Remember CCMP, a clear, concise mental picture, and work backwards from the goal to the steps needed to achieve that goal. With the information above, you should be able to see where you want to be once you achieve the goal. Now just remember, once achieved, you're going to need to set some more goals. Now think about where you want to be in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years, etc. to achieve your long-range goal. You write down what you need to do each day, each week, each month, each year to work towards your goals. If you don't write it down, it probably won't get done. And you need to prioritize your goals. All of your goals, small and large, are important, but it's impossible to work on all of them at once. You also need to determine what is the most important right now that'll help you to achieve the goal so that you can focus on them. Include additional steps as you achieve each smaller goal, moving towards the end goal. I like the definition of setting goals. Quote, goal setting is a mental training technique that can be used to increase an individual's commitment towards achieving a personal goal. Having short and long-term goals can encourage an individual to work harder, to be more focused on the task, and to overcome setbacks more easily, end quote. Next, you may have to change crowds. The great Jim Rohn once said, don't join an easy crowd, you won't grow. Go where the expectations and the demands to perform are high, end quote. And folks, I would put you in mind of Coach Nick Saban at the University of Alabama and Coach Kirby Smart at the University of Georgia. Those guys have high expectations and demands to perform are high. Successful people look for relationships with other successful people who will push them, who will challenge them, and who will encourage them to become better. Your attitude is greatly influenced by the people you surround yourself with. Now, think about what I'm going to tell you right now, folks. Who you hang around with is important. The kinds of people you associate with do indeed affect you either positively or negatively. And last, a formal education will make you a living. A self-education will make you a fortune. Self-education is what you need to teach yourself. It's what you learn along the way, so you are constantly improving and growing. Most people don't continue to learn and grow. You have to learn to separate yourself from everyone else. You got to be focused on continuous learning. Searching and learning is where the miracle process all begins. Most of your life is going to be lived after your formal education ends. That means the rest of the life is up to you, and you have to educate yourself. Arthur Hal Elrod said, quote, your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development. Because some success is something you attract by the person you become. You got to know your stuff. I have a little saying, you cannot teach what you do not know, and you cannot lead where you will not go. You can't give people what you don't have. You can't spread joy and love around if you don't have joy and love in your heart. You can't motivate others if you aren't motivated yourself. You can't be an inspiration to others if you aren't inspired yourself. You can't donate money to the needy unless you have more money than your needs require. Now, you got to listen to calls or recordings. You got to watch video trainings. You have to read books. You got to study the courses that are out there available to you. Now, if you ever thought that success and convenience go hand in hand, they don't. They require dedication and commitment. See, becoming successful and becoming wealthy is hard work. That's why so few people you know are wealthy or successful. They had to work at it. And the majority of people don't want to do the work. Becoming successful and becoming wealthy is hard work. That's why so few people you know are wealthy or successful. They had to work at it, and the majority of people don't want to work. Remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. And if you want a shot at becoming successful beyond your wildest dreams, if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to apply the constancy of purpose, you will accomplish everything you're planning for. And here's a quote for you as we close. Whatever business you are in, treat it as if it's your own business. And one last thing before we close today. Becoming successful is hard work. It's going to cause you to reach down deep inside. It's going to cause you to go places where you never imagined you could go. And right now, folks, it's time for all of us to begin to dare to dream. As per Mr. Paul Harvey, now you know the rest of the story. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you in the winner's circle. God bless. Make it an awesome day. Goodbye for now.